Hello and welcome to the stream. I see someone joined. Thank you very much. We are plane spotting at Mueang International Airport here in Bangkok, Thailand. First of all, we have this Lion Air 737. Let me check if it's a 900 or an 800. It is an 800. Hi there, Spectre. Thank you for joining this stream. It is great to have you on board today's plane spotting session. We will have both takeoffs and landings, so stay tuned. Thank you, Callus from Malaysia. And it is starting to rain, so it will be very interesting how the planes behave here. Thank you for joining the stream, guys. This is my first official stream. Right now, there's no real traffic on the runway, so there's this A320 pushing back and this very oddly colored AirAsia X A330 parked on the tarmac right here being loaded up. Traffic is quite sparse this time of day. Most of the time there's just departures, but arrivals will be here very soon. Be sure to share to your friends and everyone you know because I need views. Thank you for joining once again, guys. If you have any questions, be sure to drop it in the comments. I'll be reading every one of your comments. Not much traffic here, only this A320, but one thing I will tell you is that on that side of the airport, it is the Royal Thai Air Force, and you can see right there the A340-500 of the Royal Thai Transport Division. That is the plane that the King of Thailand uses to transport to other countries, and you can see the C-130s all parked next to them on that side. They very rarely open that side to observers, but on Children's Day they have an air show, which be sure to check out that video on my channel on the full air show. Looks very nice. And you can see that A340-500 very nice on that side, and the middle of the airport is actually a golf course. If I have time, I will for sure check out that golf course. Very close proximity to the planes and gives way better look at them. They're very loud, obviously. So yeah, Mueang has a very traditional, terminal setup. It's just one big spine and many little branches out of it. As you can see, I'm at the most northward branch, as close to the touchdown zone as possible. We had a few landings earlier. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any in sight right now. But yeah, let's just check out the ground traffic going on. All the tugs, all the pickups on the ground just transporting during their daily work. Mueang is actually the sixth oldest airport in Thailand. In the world. It's the sixth oldest airport in the world. It's the first airport in Asia, actually. And it's been operating till this day. And the terminal itself this way is very old. It needs a good renovation. If you have any questions, thank you for staying and watching this stream. Any questions, just drop it in the comments. On that side of the airport, the Air Force side, there is the BTS Green Line SkyTrain, but on this side of the airport, there's the Red Line, which is what I took to get to this airport. And you can see that A320 is in a big rush. That taxi speed during a turn is very fast. Looks like they're delayed. There were 3 consecutive takeoffs before this one. If you have any friends that likes planes, be sure to share this video to them, share this live stream to them, and we will check out some very interesting landings. There will be A330s as well. In the older days, Mueang Airport used to be basically the hub of Asia with 747s. Oh yeah, here we go. 737. Let me check what that is. I think it's a 900. I think it's a 900 landing. Let me zoom in. Not sure if the YouTube is not zooming in for me. I'm sorry, guys. All right, there we go. Let's see. Pretty good landing right there. A bit of a firm side, but landings are always tricky in a 737. That is a 900 from Lion Air. Oh, listen to that reverse thrust sound. Even though we're inside the terminal, we can feel the blast from those CFM56 engines. And we have a tiny plane on the runway. I think that is a Honda jet. One of the planes of private owners here at Don Mueang. You know, private traffic is very popular here. This is basically the private hub of Southeast Asia right here. M-Jets, a private jet leasing company, also operates here. And you can see that little Honda jet is actually operated by the owner of the Rolls-Royce distributor here in Thailand. They have a model of that in their showroom. They're very proudly presented little jet that does great range, does get great flying, a brilliant little jet if you want an entry-level private transport. But right here, most of the time you see A320s and 737s are the daily traffic here. But yeah, look at that turn and burn on the Honda jet. Unfortunately, I cannot zoom in more. My camera actually zooms to 100x, but unfortunately YouTube only lets me zoom to, like, I don't know, 3 or 10. But here we go, the Honda jet is taking off. It's gonna be a very quick one. We had some very heavy takeoffs earlier using almost a whole runway. And there it is, the Honda jet in that very nice dark blue over white with a silver trim. And there you go, very quick takeoff. You can see the good perks of a Honda jet is that it can access so many airports and so many runways because of its small size, and it gives big jet comfort, small jet footprint. Basically one of the best jets you can buy. Ooh, oh my god, A321neo landing. One of the most modern planes at this airport. And look at that long float. Ooh, nice touchdown. A bit of a float through the touchdown zone right there, but very nicely done in the A321neo with the CFM LEAP 1A engines, looking brilliant here at Don Mueang. One of the most innovative planes of the time, which basically does very good point-to-point travel. And AirAsia's choice for the A321neo is the NX variant, which is the usual A321neo, but with an extra cabin package, basically to seat more people, an extra emergency exit door. But it isn't the LR or the XLR, which isn't needed for short range travel here in Southeast Asia. And right here we have two A320s lining up, the quintessential favorite for AirAsia themselves. Don Mueang is a hub for Thai AirAsia and Thai Lion Air, and Thai Airways used to have their hub here, but they moved to Suvarnabhumi. But they still have some scrapped planes on the side of the tarmac, which we can't see from the terminal. But yeah, there are 777s, A340s, all types of stuff on the northbound part of the tarmac. But yeah, we can see. Thank you for watching once again. Anything, just drop it in the comments. I will be reading all of them. Please send your friends to watch. We have 2 consecutive takeoffs coming up very soon, and I think a landing as well. I couldn't check Flight Radar 24, unfortunately, since my phone is my only device currently, and I am standing. Sorry for that weird camera placement. Here we go. These planes are not in a hurry. They're just stopping, taking their time. But sometimes if they're in a huge hurry, they would just do a turn and burn, which is where they leave the taxiway straight on the runway at full power. That takes some skill of lining up the plane well. And we have a Lion Air right here, 900ER, approaching the runway, and they are just taking their time on the left runway right there. It's starting to just a light drizzle right here. I really love the 737-900. It's just like an extra long version. I love long planes. One of my favorite planes are the Oh, here we go. A 737-900 on approach to landing. Let's see if it hits the touchdown zone or if it floats like that A321 before. Okay, touchdown zone, float. Oh, that's quite a slam on the runway. But I mean, safety is above everything. And evening rains like this do create. Ooh, listen to that. Max reverse thrust. I think that is max reverse thrust power. And check out those spoilers as well. That is a quick stop for sure. 737s always have exceptional stopping performance, and that A320 is still stopped in the middle of the runway. I'm not sure what's going on, but that runway is just sitting unoperative, as that A320 is just chilling on that runway right there. Alrighty. Please share this video. Ooh, look, A321neo. I think this is the one that just landed, just taxiing to the gate, but I am not sure if it's a different one. Yes, it is the one that just landed, and it will approach us right here head on. And quick check to the A320 still parked right there on the runway. And hello there, A321, looking very nice. Look at that. Isn't that common to find narrow bodies take off and landing? Yes, it is very common to find narrow bodies here at Don Mueang. It is the main aircraft here. Basically A320s and 737s. There are ATR 76s sometime for flights to islands, but yeah. But there are some A330s, which is very new. A330s only began operating at Don Mueang since last October. Before that, it was just basically A320s and 737s and nothing else. HSEAC is the registration of this one. And as this one parks in the gate, that A320 is starting its takeoff. Yes, it is indeed great to see AirAsia in Thailand. Gotta love Malaysia for expanding their business here. It's basically this main Thai domestic airline right now. All right, will this be a heavy takeoff or a light takeoff? Come on, let's see. Oh, that's a heavy one. That's a heavy one. Just barely lifting up. Okay, rotate and into the air. Look at that. On the skylines of Bangkok right in front, and huge rain clouds ahead. Luckily today, no, I missed the landing. No, that is the, oh, come on, why does it have to be at the same time? That's an A320 landing right there. Come on, that's just so unfortunate. At least we had a takeoff, right? Yep, all the way there. Yeah, this one's taking off as well. I always miss the landings when I'm filming the takeoffs, man. I mean, the landings are the ones to get, but I can't really see on this side. It's just a big wall. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna share this stream to more sources so I can get... Alright. There is this AirAsia A320 taking off as well. That's so sad to miss that landing. Let's see. We have a plane taxiing this way. This is a Thai Lion Air that just landed right before. And we're gonna have two in one shot. Come on, 2 for 1, take off and taxi. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. There we go. 2 for 1. Looking brilliant right there. Thank you for the like on the video. And this one is a light takeoff right there. Look at that huge angle upwards to clear the Bangkok city ahead. They have a very clear restriction on aircraft flying over the city. Yeah, I'm at the airport, and you know, today is actually very weird because I was supposed to attend an event at a venue, but I forgot the ticket and they won't let me in. So I mean, I have a free day, so why not just head to the airport and film some planes? Am I right? Right here you can see a Lion Air 900ER taxiing right next to the A321neo that we just watched disembark just now. Wow, look at the length of this thing. The girth of the fuselage. HSLVP. Be sure to... no, I'm not going for a flight anytime soon, man. If you would like to capture my screen and post it on, what's it called? Whatever plane spotter website that posts photos, you can put this on Flight Radar 24 HSLVP right here. I don't think the quality is that good. Oh, here we go. What is this? Let me have a look. I cannot tell what airline it is. It is... What is this? What? Oh my god, that's a fast approach. Is it gonna be a slam? Ooh, that is quite a slam on the runway. What airline is this? Sorry, I couldn't see your message. CityLink. I've never seen this. Oh, I know. It is Garuda, Indonesia, but just there. Well, yes, yes, that is CityLink. Basically, Garuda, Indonesia is like whatever connection airline for shorter routes. That is very cool. That is very cool. I've never seen CityLink. Thank you for pointing that out in the chat. Alrighty. Man, that's very cool. It has the same color as Garuda Indonesia, but oh, sorry, it has a different color for Garuda Indonesia, but same livery style. Glad to see a new airline here at the Don Mueang. And there it is, the one that just landed, the one that I missed the landing. A320 just filling up this lot right here. You mean there's some, yeah, that is correct. Thank you for the paraphrasing for more accurate results. But yeah, this one space right here is currently available, so they are filling it up with current arrivals. Hello, plane. I don't know if they can see me. I just waved at them. I love planes, guys. Okay. Yeah, looking that very nice with the A340 in the background, A320 with the A340 in the background. You don't see this every day, guys. Wow. This is a great spot to plane spot for. And you can see the 737 with the cargo door opening up, and they just closed it back in for no reason. A320 737 of Nok Air taxiing. Nok Air is Thailand's domestic airline. It used to be very, very popular, but unfortunately now they are a lot less so. They operate 737s just like Thai Lion Air. And Nok in Thailand means bird. So the translation is basically just bird air. All right, so A320 is parking right here. 737 is unloading. Another 737 is taxiing. And we are waiting for more arrivals. Since we missed that one, be sure to tell your friends and family, not your family, but your friends to watch this video. It's very cool. I need views, guys. But no worries, just chill. The rain is starting to intensify, as you can see on this puddle right here, as that Nok Air is approaching its takeoff. I saw a transponder on one of those A320s of the Royal Thai Air Force parked on the other side of the airport, but I haven't seen it yet as of now. But yeah, the Nok Air is the only ground movement currently. Don Mueang has a lot of great ground movement and great. Ooh, and there it is. We have a landing in sight. What is that? Is an A320 or an A321? All right, let's see. Oh, come on. Stabilize. Thank you for viewers. Thank you for 3 views. This is the most views I've had, and we're watching this A320 with the landing. Let's see what it will be. Ooh, that is so smooth. It is so smooth right on the touchdown zone. Wow. Brilliant landing right there from this A320 with the CFM56 engines, those reverse thrusters right there, and the CityLink that we've watched landed, that's right, before, right past. Wow, gonna love these engines and their reverse thrust action. Very unique reverse thrust system for the A320 family, the CEO with the CFM56. And that Nok Air is just going to turn onto the runway. Well, this CityLink right here, a new family of airline operating at Don Mueang, is taxiing past this AirAsia X A330, which I hope we will see the takeoff soon. And the rain is really intensifying. We can finally see the droplets landing on the roof itself, and that puddle right there, it can give it an estimate of the rain intensity. Thank you for the views, and thank you for staying and watching the stream. If you have anything to say, be sure to drop in the chat. I'll be reading every single one of them and answering that I know. Alrighty, look at that. See, he's getting quite hazy over the airport itself. Let me just zoom out a bit. Yeah, it's getting a bit hazy over the horizon of the airport. All right, it's a very, very old airport. I'm just gonna, yep, that 737 is gonna take up for you. Let me try to zoom all the way. There we go. That is the max zoom that YouTube is gonna give me, and a takeoff a bit of a turn and burn. They did slow down a bit, but they did just leave the taxiway, no stop, and just keep going. A bit of a hurry from this Knock Air 737-800. All right, let's see if it's a heavy one or a light one. Thank you for 3 views. Any new viewers, be sure to say hi in the chat or ask any questions or tell me anything. What's your favorite plane? Thank you for the like as well. Ooh, listen to that CFM56 roar through this terminal building. Even though we are indoors, you can still hear it. Thank you for the likes and thank you for the views. You can talk to me about anything you would like. And there it goes. Right over the city of Bangkok. Look at that skyline, that plane leaving. That is just so beautiful, isn't it? Right, let's watch back here if we have any landings in progress. We currently don't. But yeah, the skies are clearing up on the north side of the airport. But on the west side right there, or sorry, the east, there's still quite a bit of thunder. No, not thunder, but clouds. There's just a lot of clouds. Yeah. So basically, this A330, if you watch closely, the APU is on, which means they will be starting anytime soon, and they are undergoing boarding. Let me just zoom out a bit so we can have a bigger look over the airport. If there are landings or takeouts, I will be sure to zoom in. On that side right there, that is the administration building of the Royal Thai Air Force. There's actually a road running right on the back of the runway, which will be brilliant for plane spotting. But unfortunately, it is not allowed for the public to stop their cars on that road. You must keep driving, otherwise they will see it as spy work on the Royal Thai armed forces. So yeah, that's just security measures, which eats away from the fun. And this is just a huge airport. I mean, this airport is a lot more fun to plane spot than Suvarnabhumi. I mean, Suvarnabhumi has a lot more, big planes, A350s, 777s, A380s occasionally. But this one has a lot more movement and a lot more niche traffic. We might see private planes. We might see Air Force jets even. It's just one of the perks of having an airport and an Air Force base all in one. Very calm traffic right now, basically zero movements, unfortunately. I wish I could tap into the tower to hear what they're saying, but that will be in my next live stream. I will be bringing radio instrument and a dedicated camera rig. I already purchased a camera stand, which will be very useful for this. I'm just using my hands right now. But yeah, future plane spots will be a lot more professional than this. And possibly at Suvarnabhumi, which has all the cool planes. Ooh, okay. Quick car fact you see right there. That is a Toyota Hilux Champ on the back of the 737-900 right there. A new addition to Thailand's airport fleet. Usually you just use Hilux Revos. But now that you're using Hilux Champs, which are, of course, the better commercial option for operations at places like these. And you can see a little Isuzu truck right next to it. I think that's an airport fuel truck. Or no, they're unloading. Why would they need fuel? Wrong speculation right there. Okay. I wish we could have more traffic today. It's a Sunday, of course. We must have a lot of arrivals because people are coming home and preparing for work tomorrow after their little trip. Let's just look at this A330 and all the ground movement. Ooh, that looks like a field truck, man. Or is it a waste truck? Could be a waste truck since it has like a long cable and that Hilux Champ is moving. Looks to be like a, I don't know what they were carrying in there. But yeah, let's have a look on the other side of things. Skyline right there is very calm here today for no reason. Should be crowded on a Sunday afternoon like this. Just a row of 737s. Thank you for the new viewer. Hello there. I see we have 2 views now. Thank you very much. Be sure to say hi in the chat. And say whatever you want. Ask me about whatever on the airports. Yeah, if you know any friends, be sure to share this video to your friends, and we can have a nice little community going on plane spotting. I've always loved to do this, but not really many viewers. Oh, it's so calm here for no reason at all. I expect a lot more traffic. There was a lot of landings, though, I have to say. I think I would just move my spot a bit so we can have a little bit of a look on the other side of the airport. This gives a better view on landings, but takeoffs are, you can't see the real end of the takeoff itself, but yeah, let me just try to find another spot right here. We are at the, oh, okay, there's a landing. Let me just go and grab this landing. Okay, sorry. Okay, 737 of Nok Air right here. We just saw a takeoff. Let's zoom in for the landing. Let's see. Ooh, a bit before the touchdown zone, but very, very nicely done. Safe landing and a bit of a smooth one. Not that smooth, but a great one nonetheless. Passing through the tail fin of the A330 right here, and as it rolls past another Nok Air, 2-for-1 shot right there. Beautiful one. Check out those spoilers being fully deployed. 737s are quick stoppers on their own. Look at this. Every Nok airplane basically has a different livery. They have very colorful and interesting liveries. Let me move back to our same spot since that gives a better view. This gives a better view for landings and takeoffs as a whole. Thank you for 2 views. Be sure to share this video so we can have more, and we can chat, and we can learn more about plane spotting or planes. Thank you for 3 views. Wow, this is a record-breaking pace for my live streams. 3 views. Thank you for the likes as well. If you like this video, be sure to click that button. I will keep you up with commentaries and plane movements all throughout the afternoon here at Don Mueang Airport. Before my battery runs out, of course, I will end the stream. But yeah, I will keep this going as long as I can. It is clearing out. You see there's less rain right now, a lot less rain. Skies are clear. Only movement right now is that Nok Air 737 on the taxiway, and this A330 is gonna do a pushback. Okay, it will be A330 fun. Very soon you'll see the pushback tug already coupling to the nose wheel of this A330-300 of Thai Air Asia X right here. With this basically semi-livery, Thai Air Asia X is expanding their long-haul fleet, so they have to buy or lease A330s from other companies, so they do not want to spend a lot of money repainting the whole thing, so they leave half of the livery of the old airline and half, the AirAsia.com huge text on the side of the actual airline to balance out costs, But yeah, it is a very interesting look for sure, and they will begin pushback very soon right after. Oh, we have a landing right here. Let's zoom all the way in. That is, yes, we have A330s very soon. Okay, here we go. Lion Air 737. I think that's a 900. All right, let's see. We have a 2-for-1 shot of the 737s right here, up the Nok Air and Lion Air. All right, let's see. Ooh, a bit right on the final bit of the touchdown. So a little of a bounce. That was quite a throw down onto the runway, but the 900. Listen to that reverse thrust. 2-for-1 shot again. What's with all the 2-for-1 shots today? We have so many taxiing plus landing shots. Beautiful. I saw something in the chat. It is very odd when the majority aircraft parked there is either 737 and A320 or A321, but A330 is the lone aircraft. Yes, it is quite the weird one to see at an international airport like this. You will expect more larger planes, but A330s, there are 4 more A330s parked at the other side of the airport. The south wing of the tarmac, there are 4 more A330s, but this one is the only one parked in the terminal and ready to depart right now. Those ones are, I think, gonna depart around midnight. Most of the A330s, most of the long haul flights at Don Mueang depart around midnight. which, ooh, there it is. Okay, so like the set A320 that I saw the transponder was on earlier is now reversing of the Royal Thai Transport Department. Look at that livery, special one for the Air Force with that. Sorry, let me zoom all the way in. My YouTube is not cooperating with me right now. Okay, 2-for-1 shot 737s, and the Nok Air is taking off. Then we're going to pan to that A320, which will depart very soon. A very spectacular spot here at Don Mueang. It is rare to see movement of government aircraft because you're not the main traffic, and that A330 will depart somewhere very soon. Okay, a slow creep, and right here we have an A330 landing. Can we have a 2-for-1 landing plus takeoff? That will basically end it today. A320, come on. Let's see if it's going to be a smooth one. Ooh, a bit of a... Okay, that is not that smooth, but a great like 2-for-1 landing plus takeoff. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I am so excited right now. Look at that reverse thrust action. Boom. Right past the A340. Right past the fire station right there. And there we go. And the takeoff is next. I gotta catch it. Where is it? I almost missed the takeoff. Look at that. 2-for-1 shots are hard to capture since when you finish with one, you're going to go with the next one. And there we go. One just landed and one just took off all in one frame. Beautiful over those condominiums in Bangkok right there. And as we pan back, I'm going to just look at that 737 for a bit more. It's just out of the frame. There we go. All right. We are back on the other side. We can see the 737 right there. About to turn onto the runway, and that A320 is getting ready for departure. Right on the tarmac, being disconnected with all the services. You'll see some ground personnel, and the pushback tug is just detached from the nose wheel. While this one has the pushback tug attached, but it's not moving just yet. On that side, we have the quintessential 737 traffic here of Lion Air. I wish I could see more 737 Maxes here. They do operate, but only from some Chinese airlines, not by the local home-based operators here in Bangkok. Quick fact about the A330. When they are parked, they have their hydraulics disengaged, and you can see the ailerons and elevators being, angled down since they're not pressured up by the hydraulics. They have 3 hydraulic systems. Okay, here we go. Lion Air 737 landing. Can we have a 2-for-1 with the Lion Air takeoff? Same airline, same plane, landing plus takeoff. All right, let's see. Touchdown zone, ignored. Ooh, that's a bit of a bounce. There we go. 737s are quite hard planes to land. This one is a fast landing right here. 800 of Lion Air. I saw something in the chat. Let me just check it out. There's some 737 MAX back in Malaysia. Yes, I saw some Malaysian Airlines 737 MAXs operate here before, and they are a great spectacle. And let's track this. 737 of Lion Air taking off. Unfortunately, it wasn't a 2-for-1, but a great double shot nonetheless. And this A320 of the Royal Thai Air Force has just begun moving. We're going to pan to it very, very soon. Right as we track this 737, it's going to be in the frame right about here. The A320 right there on the Air Force side of the airport. Well, this one is just taking off. Come on. That's a heavy takeoff right there. You can tell. Wow. Oh, it's just struggling to keep its nose up. There we go. I think that's 150 knots at least of speed. And the A320 is being dragged on the ground by the tug right there. I don't know if they're just repositioning or if they're going to have a flight. But if they're taxiing that way, it must be a reposition. And this one right here, you can see a 737 right here pushing back, ready for its next step in its flight. Well, that A320 seems to just be repositioning to another stand on the Air Force side. And the APU is still on this A330. You can see the haze on the back. And I will report back to you when they disconnect the jet bridge, which means they will be departing. You can see that A320 just having a nice little stroll on the tarmac with that pushback tug. And this 737, I think, is just fully unloaded at this point, and the A320 right here having its catering truck attached to it is getting ready for its next flight right away. No time to lose in the airline industry. And there's a lot of construction on that side of the airport, basically some new projects. And there we go, A320 and A340 of the Royal Thai Air Force Transport in one shot. And we have a landing. Right here is an A321. I'm not so sure if it's a one. No, it's just an A320. All right, let's see. How will this one be? Nose up, flare, a bit of a float. Oh, that is very, very, very smooth right there. Wow. The right gear touched first, but a bit after the touchdown zone, but boom. That has a Neo engine. That is a Neo, but it doesn't have the little black mask over the cockpit. I recognize it's a Neo because it has the newer style of reverse thrust deployers and not the shovel style ones of the CO. Oh man, let's zoom out a bit. There's quite a lot of spotting work to do. And yeah, the A320 is unfortunately just repositioning to another spot in the tarmac right there, just parking there. I think they could be picking someone up, some important person, and flying later on, but as of now it is just moving its spot in the airport. Once we move on to this side, there's not much going on. I saw a 737 right here is just taxiing, and they're waiting for taxiway clearance. Since there is a availability in the schedule right now, I will be walking to the other side for a quick exploration of the airport. See a landing. Okay, let's watch the landing here, because why not? Okay, a landing. Let me just track it. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Just try to zoom in more. Sorry, my YouTube is really not cooperating. But right here is A320, A321. Couldn't tell. Bit of a wiggle, but here we go. A320 right here. All right. Skimming the tarmac. Ooh, a bit after the touchdown, so a bit of a bounce, but there we go. We can watch it. We can keep watching it on this side. No worries. Yeah, we have. Yep. There's a new perspective of the airport right there past the tail fin. And right after we look at that landing, I'm gonna just tell you about this side of the airport. This is the north wing. Before I tell you, please like and share this video if you are new, and we can get more people on the tour. So basically on this side of the airport, we have basically the planes are parked on the tarmac as usual. We also have A330s. You can see right here the Air Asia tail fins right here. 1, 2, 3, the white one as well are A330s, which will be departing lately today. And we also have a Thai Airways fin all the way there. That's one of the 777s that are being scrapped or are just in long-term storage. They just keep them here. It's basically a plane graveyard on that side of the airport. The south side of the airport is the home of the private jet operating business MJet. They lease Cessna Citation X, they lease Gulfstream Vs, and they lease G650ERs as well. But yeah, we have a landing very soon right here. You can see the landing lights already illuminating as we pan to the, well, these are the departures. But yeah, let's go back to the landing, which is the arrival. You can see those light rakes on the side. I hope we can see at least one A330 landing later today. This is the old control tower, by the way. You can see it here. I'll check that out later after this landing. I'll tell you more about the history. But yeah, let's check out this landing for now. It's a Nok Air from the yellow nose that we can recognize. I think it's an it's a 737-800 from Nok Air. Just skimming over the little body of water before the runway for the northbound approach. And right here, just skimming over the runway as we need a touchdown. past the touchdown zone. That was quite a nice landing. As we move on to this side of the view, let's see where the plane emerges right there with the reverse thrust. Ooh, and we can see this A321 on its fast taxi, quite in a hurry. And that A320 is just parked right there on the Air Force side of the runway. Let me just check for if we have any other landings. We have a landing very far out. So currently, I'm gonna tell you about this control tower. It is the old control tower, which I will sneak up to one day if I can. Yeah, that's it. It's just the old control tower. The new control tower has 2 stories. It's a very tall building, more modern. Let's move on to the original spot where we can see the most traffic, the best view. Thank you for watching today with me in the plane spotting area of Dawn Mueang Air. Oh, wait. Not on radar traffic. ATR 76-200 taking off the Royal Thai Air Force. Wow. Look at that. You're probably going to some remote airstrip in the country for government work. ATRs are the most versatile planes. Carry a lot of people to far places that don't need a lot of infrastructure. Great plane, and I don't see any replacements anytime soon for the ATR 76. Sorry, it's a 72-600. Yeah. Okay, we can pan back to this A321 that will be departing soon, just on the tarmac. Thank you for watching and staying with me on my plane spotting session right here. We will have a landing soon. Hang on one second, guys. Right, and the stream is back live. So that meant not all A320neo and A320neo has the factory installed mask. That is correct. Not all of them have the mask installed. I think it's just an optional by the manufacturer. No, sorry, by the customer. Yeah, okay. I don't think we have any more views. I will see you guys later in the next video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.